Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Kpop news. HYBE under investigation. Fraud allegations, New honey comments resurface.
In the latest news shaking the K-pop industry, HYBE, the company behind global acts like BTS and New Jeans, is currently facing serious legal challenges. At the center of attention is HYBE's founder.
Let's be real. What established business is not facing legal challenges? I feel like any big corporation is getting sued left and right. Let it be Amazon, Walmart, Pfizer, Facebook, or Meta. Like
that's the cost of being
UMG.
Yeah.
It's everybody's facing legal challenges every fucking day. That's why they have lawyers on hand. So I mean, in K-pop, yeah, we like to talk about it, but this is just part of being in business. Is really not that deep.
Founder and chairman Bang Si-hyuk, who is being investigated for alleged financial misconduct. Let's break down what's happening. May 29th, Korean news outlets reported that the Financial Supervisory Service, also known as the FSS, has launched an investigation into Bang Si-hyuk. He is suspected of misleading investors into selling their shares to a private equity fund, which was allegedly created by one of his close associates. To support the investigation, the Financial Crime Investigation Division of the Seoul Police reportedly requested a search and seizure warrant for HYBE's headquarters. This was approved after they gathered witness statements and some supporting evidence. However, HYBE has not released an official statement regarding the warrant related to Bang Si-hyuk. While the company stayed silent about Bang Si-hyuk's case, they did address another ongoing issue. On the same day, prosecutors carried out a separate search and seizure at HYBE's headquarters. This time, it was related to a former employee, referred to as A, who is suspected of insider trading. According to reports, this employee bought shares of YG Plus back in January 2021, using private information before HYBE officially announced their investment in the company. He reportedly made a profit of around $240 million KRW.
So that's insider trading, if that's what happened.
Or about $175,000 USD. HYBE responded to this case by saying they fully cooperated with the authorities and clarified that the employee is no longer with the company.
Yeah, this employee is getting, I don't know whatever punishment it's going to be, but he going to get it.
With both of these high-profile cases happening at the same time, public trust in HYBE has taken a hit. Online discussions show mixed reactions. Some people are calling for accountability, while others are standing by the company and the artists they support. The amount of money involved in the alleged fraud has been reported to be over $400 million USD, making this case one of the biggest in the Korean entertainment industry in recent years. Amid these legal battles, comments made by Hani, a member of New Jeans, have...
It's,
There's always going to be a bad apple that does something.
It's like...
But yeah, for Bang Si-hyuk, for him, I can understand why he's being investigated. Very close, you're affiliated, so they have to do the investigation. So of course they have to do their checkup. The employee, it's very suspicious, the time frame of events.
The employee seems like they're gonna get got.
Yeah,
they got fired, and the HYBE statement, they didn't say, oh, employee didn't do no wrong. They said, oh yeah, employee's no longer with us. Employee's gonna go.
It could be possible that the employee, trying to reduce their penalty, that they're, willing for giving information of what they know.
So you're saying the employee is gonna go throw Bang Si-hyuk under the bus for he's gonna snitch?
Last time you should.
Well, to be fair, I don't even know if there's whatever he's being charged with this punish. If they're gonna try to give him prison time. Who
Here
knows?
in the States they do.
125K is not that much money.
That's a lot of money.
I don't know if they will give here in the States prison time for 125K.
Yeah.
What, 6 months tops?
You still gonna serve time.
125K is not down. 400 million, whatever the accusations are. That's a lot of money. But 125K that person did,
the person's going to jail.
We'll see. I wouldn't be so sure.
Because just because you got caught doesn't mean that you didn't do more either. It's what you got caught with.
Yeah, but the punishment could just be paid back.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to do some time.
Why are you so convinced?
Because here in the States, you're gonna do time.
Okay, but we're not in the States.
I don't know. You take people's money and you can't. That's really illegal. To me, that's like some of the crime that this is a crime that you go to jail for.
I mean, but look at the guy, fucking Sungri, got 18 months. Like, so
he still did time.
Yeah, but his crime is way worse than 125K.
Yeah, but doesn't mean he's not gonna do time.
I'm just saying we don't know, because
he's doing time.
Okay.
Resurfaced. Last year, in November 2024, New Jeans held a press conference where they announced that they were no longer under ADOR or HYBE. During that event, Hani criticized the company, saying, a company that no longer has any sincerity in the art of music, a company that only has thoughts about making money, and don't have any conscience about the negative effect they create through their non-authentic means. At the time, her words sparked a lot of controversy, and many thought it was too harsh. But now, with ongoing investigations into financial fraud and insider trading, some fans are looking at those statements in a new light. Still, others argue that these comments were emotionally driven.
These comments have nothing to do with this case. This is just ridiculous.
She didn't know what was going on with
and may not reflect
trading.
the full picture, especially since the legal process is still underway. Adding to the drama,
I think this is more leaning towards like her relations emotionally, what was going on with Adore and Bunsey Hook.
New Jeans is currently in a legal battle with Adore, the subsidiary label of HYBE. The group is on hiatus, and a recent court decision stated that they cannot promote or work independently without permission from Adore. If they break this rule, they could face a fine of $1 billion KRW.
We're going to the old stuff. Yeah, guys, if you have like a good video to recommend about this HYBE case and more in depth, we can watch it. But based on this, like, 3-minute segment, it's really
it's so early. It's not much.
No, but maybe there's like more of it. But right now, it's very hard to really say much. I don't know. There just isn't much going on.
It looked like all they're doing right now is investigation.
Yeah.
A sharp legal.
There may be some suspicion there, understandably so. And then the other one is an actual employee caught.
The other one seems like it's more clear cut. Like the employee seems like because HYBE is not denying it. The employee is no longer there. So that employee kind of seems like but Banks to Hyuk, it's kind of. And it's hard to really say much.
And the thing is, they're putting it together.
Yeah, they're climbing it together because this one is already guilty. So you putting them together to make it seem like Bang Soo-hyuk is guilty, and we don't know enough. Anyway, Min Hee-jin battles Source Music over allegedly illegal Kakao Talk evidence. So what, they're trying to dismiss some evidence, I guess, in court.
Legal confrontation has erupted in the courtroom as former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin faces off against Source Music in a high-stakes lawsuit. On May 30th, the Seoul Western District Court held its second hearing in Source Music's damages suit, demanding approximately 500 million KRW, around $375,000 from Min Hee-jin. The central issue this round, the controversial use of Kakao Talk messages as evidence. Tensions ran high as Min Hee-jin's legal team pushed to exclude the chat messages, claiming they were illegally obtained. They demanded that the court not even view the evidence in a closed session, but the presiding judge pushed back, stating that unless criminality or a breach of confidentiality could be clearly established, the court could not outright dismiss Source Music's claims. In court, Source Music presented a 20-minute PowerPoint, prepared to lay out its case, but Min's legal team immediately objected. They argued that admitting the Kakao Talk conversations would be legally problematic. In turn, Source Music firmly countered, stating the data was collected with prior consent, wasn't obtained secretly, and that Korean civil law doesn't necessarily exclude such evidence unless illegality is proven.
I guess matters is a two-party or one-party consent, right? If it's one-party consent, then as long as the sender, the person who talked to Min Hee-jin, gives the consent, then it should be good to go. I don't really see a problem. Now, if that person didn't give consent, then how did they get those messages? That's kind of question. But if the court is saying that this is legal, then it's legal. I don't have much to say.
Source Music's legal representatives emphasize this point. This is not newly uncovered evidence. There is no Supreme Court precedent banning this kind of data in civil court. They argued that the timing of Min Hee-jin's objection seemed tactical, raised at the last minute.
I think what the Min Hee-jin's team is challenging is not the evidence itself, but the way it was collected. So, like what you call the chain of what do you call like in the evidence? But yeah, so they're basically saying that it was obtained illegally. Not that the evidence is illegal, but it was obtained illegally. And if it was obtained illegally, then basically it's a fruit of a poisonous tree. So you have to dismiss that, which the argument does make sense. It's just they have to prove that it was obtained illegally. And it seems like they're failing to do that. They're just kind of saying it was obtained illegally without actually proving it was obtained illegally. That's what it seems like.
Minute before the hearing, the court has now postponed further proceedings until it can determine whether the Kakao Talk messages are admissible. Both sides agreed to reconvene on June 27th. This lawsuit stems from Min Hee-jin's public accusations against Source Music in 2024, where she alleged that Source copied her launch strategy for the girl group New Jeans and mistreated some of its members. She also questioned why Ellie Seraphim was prioritized.
Wait, so she's suing Source? I thought Source Music was suing her. Well, I thought Source Music was with her. So why is... I thought she was the defendant.
Debut over New Jeans. Statements that Source Music has categorically denied. In a firm rebuttal, Source Music stated, Min Hee-jin is distorting the facts. Her claim that chairman Bang Si-hyuk instructed Source Music's N team to adopt her strategy is false. According to them, Bang Si-hyuk had proposed the idea of Min Hee-jin forming her own team under a new label, not taking over existing plans. Source Music is taking a hard stance, not only in court, but publicly. Min Hee-jin continues to spread false narratives, they said, promising further legal action. We are prepared to disclose all relevant evidence to set the record straight. As the legal drama intensifies,
I don't know. If Min Hee-jin is suing Source Music, she has to have evidence because she's throwing these big accusations, but where's the proof? Just because you believe, oh, they copied you, doesn't make it true. You have to prove it in court. Just beliefs is not admissible in court.
one of
New Jeans banned from solo promotions. Chorus rules. You want to read this or no? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Just Korean netizens speak out. New Jeans hit with court ruling, fans call New Jeans statement delusional. Same thing.
If it's the same thing, we can maybe look at the comments.
It's fine. There's nothing.
In today's
This channel loves to milk New Jeans drama. Karina loses 300k followers after political post. The Margarina scandal. Oh my, Margarina. That's good. That's good.
I told
That's
you.
good.
Didn't I tell you that this is like wearing a red hat and pretending, oh my god, it's just a red hat.
Margarina. Macarena sounds like Macarena. Okay, let's go. This is funny.
In today's K-pop news, AESPA's Karina is at the center of a growing controversy that sparked widespread backlash across both Korean and international fandoms. The star's
Who's that person with the Legion? What does that have to do with anything?
recent Instagram post has not only drawn political criticism, but is now affecting her social media presence in a major way. Karina has reportedly lost over 300,000 Instagram followers following the incident, a dramatic drop for one of the top female idols in K-pop. Just a few weeks ago,
And that's good, guys. That's how you should, you shouldn't,
That'll teach her.
not that even teach her, you shouldn't like want her to not speak her mind. But if she speaks her mind and you don't like it, you don't follow it. That's how it's done. Like,
agree.
I completely believe she has the right to post whatever she wants. And if she believes in number two party, then she should believe that and she should post that. But you guys, if you don't like it, you don't follow her. I think this is the course of action is, taking its course. Like everything falls into place for me.
she had around 24 million followers, but after the controversy erupted, that number quickly dropped to 23.7 million, with 77,000 followers unfollowing her on May 30th alone. The controversy began when Karina posted a seemingly innocent Instagram photo. She wore a black and red jacket with the number 2 and used a rose emoji in the caption. While these details may seem harmless at first glance, netizens were quick to connect them to South Korea's conservative right-wing party, particularly during a sensitive election period. The reaction was swift and intense. Many Korean netizens accused Karina of implicitly endorsing a political figure, specifically conservative presidential candidate Kim Moon-soo, given the K-pop industry's long-standing neutral stance on politics. The post was seen by many as highly inappropriate. International fans joined the conversation, expressing concern over the possible implications of her actions. The nickname Margarina, a mashup of Karina's name and Donald Trump's
It shouldn't be Margarina. It should be MK Garina. Make Korea great again. Make Korea great again.
controversial slogan, Make America
Has
Great
nothing to
Again,
do with America.
quickly went viral. This nickname gained traction, not only on Twitter, but also on popular Korean forums, like the Coup, where it became the top trending topic, with over 60,000 views and 600 comments in just a few hours. The comments have been harsh and unforgiving. She probably likes it. Her global image is ruined now. I used to find her pretty, but now after all this, that's what happens when you show your true
What the
colors.
fuck?
In response to the escalating
Listen, yeah, that's her true colors, and some people will like that, others will not, and it's okay. She should be able to express her mind freely.
backlash, SM Entertainment released an official statement clarifying that there was no political
but her expressing her mind freely is at a cost to others.
Who's the others? Her members? aespa's members? Or who's the
Everyone,
others?
members, people who consume her music, people who don't consume her music, because at the end of the day, she has money that will help if, the party doesn't do anything in her favor or not. But the people themselves, they're stuck with the consequences of what happened in their government. And already people don't have a lot of money, so they're going to be even squeezed even more, while she's, with her money, can do what she wants. She won't feel any pain or any, struggles from what the government does to the country.
Okay, but she's still entitled to support whatever party she wants.
Yes, but at the cost of others.
There's no cost.
There
She
is
supports the
okay,
party.
you're missing the point. When you are popular like this, at that level, you have influence to change how politics move in your country.
But she doesn't want to change. She likes the way the politics are.
But people obviously have an issue and they disagree.
Some people, others agree with her.
Well, obviously, the people who disagree, they are not in favor in this because they will be impacted because of one person's decision.
Okay.
So that one person impacting 10 people. To me, I can understand the frustration of that 10 people because she, at the end of the day, has her money that she can rely on, while others who are not as fortunate as her cannot. They don't have the same freedom like she does.
I understand other people's frustration too, but at the same time, their frustration can't infringe on her right of the free speech.
Well, let me tell you, in the space, it seems like there's supposed to be neutrality. The norm is that if
we're changing the norms out here.
But okay,
we're breaking boundaries.
But okay. So you want to break boundaries by first leaning towards holding in favor of the government?
Listen, that's what she chose to do. That's her priority.
No, but she doesn't stand by it either. You see how she chickened out and she released a statement? She doesn't feel it. She wants to be. If she feels that way, stand by it.
I agree. I agree. She should have stand by it. She said that's what I believe. Yes.
Her switching up just shows me and others too as well that she goes where what the commotion goes to, and if it's not in her favor, she's not gonna do that, obviously.
I agree with that she should have stood on it. She said that's what I believe in, vote for that person, then I can respect
at the same
her.
time,
Right.
she amplified that party, and then people
and then
at the end of the day she can do what she wants, and others have to deal with the consequences.
No, you're right. She should have stood by it. She should have said vote number 2, Rose, whatever.
Stand on it and then have people really cancel her out if that's how she feels, because she doesn't want to be out of favor. She wants to remain in favor.
Half foot in, half foot out. You're right.
And other people, they are not in favor. You're right. So that's why they're upset.
She should put that photo back up. I agree.
Put it up.
Yes, put it up.
Behind the post. Karina also issued an apology via the fan messaging app Bubble, but many felt the apology lacked sincerity and failed to ease tensions. At this point, it remains uncertain how this controversy will impact Karina.
I just hate that we want people to apologize for everything. Don't apologize. Stand by it. If that's what you believe in, stand by it.
Because you're saying you want them to express themselves, but don't do this half in, half out when it's beneficial.
That's why
that's fake.
That's why I like the guy that made the comment about Jenny. That's why I like his response. His response was not the apology. He stood on it. He said, "That's not what happened. This is what happened. I stand on it." I appreciate that. Me, because I hate how everybody has to apologize for everything nowadays.
But in that podcast, the other girl, how she responded, I felt like it was better because she understands that her podcast, they talking like some shit.
Yeah, she apologized.
She knows that they talk shit.
She did apologize, but I'm talking about the guy. Because the
guy think, you in like your private home and y'all talking and kikiing as no one out there is listening, consuming like it's fact. That's why there's warning labels on things, so the coffee is hot. But if you don't put a warning, there's gonna be that one person who's gonna be like, "Oh, I burned myself."
Okay, McDonald's, let's go.
Okay.
Karina's career long term.
And I'm confused why they got burned.
Continue to support her. Others feel deeply disappointed by the incident. In the K-pop world, where image and public perception are everything, this moment could be a major turning point. What do you think about the controversy? Was it a misunderstanding?
Well, yes, guys. If you do not want, if you don't want the government to be, whatever it was, if you want a change in government, stop following Karina. Stop supporting AESPA. If you are okay with the government, well, keep supporting AESPA. It's that simple.
Welcome back to
Wonyoung accused of shading AESPA Karina after. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Not Wonyoung, the people's princess.
That's what we want. Let's go, Wonyoung. Let's go.
You know the people love Wonyoung.
Your daily dose of K-pop chaos, drama, and the internet's messiest fan wars. Today's tea is scorching hot, and the K-pop world is once again in flames, as a fan war erupts between aespa's Karina and HYBE's Wonyoung. Well, not between the girls themselves, but between their devoted and now divided fandoms. Let's break it down.
And we have to see if she actually shared it or there's a fans reaching. Because, fans love to reach.
yeah.
Let's
Week
see.
was intensely
get me
political in
excited.
South Korea, with the country bracing for elections, and the entertainment industry holding its breath. But AESPA's Karina found herself in hot water after uploading a now deleted
Okay,
photo
enough
set
with Karina.
that
Get
many
to
netizens
Wonyoung.
have dubbed a triple slam of political symbolism. Here's why it caused a stir. She wore red, the official content the symbol tides involved in. Naturally, Karina's post went viral for all the wrong reasons. Despite her swift apology, the damage had been done. Netizens called it tone-deaf at best and politically provocative at worst. Enter HYBE's Wonyoung, who uploaded a photo just days later from her performance at Yonsei University's festival. Originally dressed in blue, Wonyoung posted the shot in black and white. Netizens applauded her for being media savvy, careful, and respectful, interpreting it as a move to avoid political misinterpretation. But Karina's fans, they were not having it. Karina's
Wait, what? Go back. Because she put it in
such
black
a-
and white.
Such a stale tea. Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
go back.
So people are saying because she put in black and white, she's shading Karina. Are you fucking kidding me? What
But
else
her
was
outfit was what color?
blue?
Blue.
So that's the other party. But she put it in black and white. So that's how she's shading Karina.
I get it.
She's not shading Karina. She just don't want to get in trouble. She see what happened with Karina. She's like, oh, I'm not getting into that hot water. She has nothing to do with shading Karina. She's just being media savvy.
So what the fans
international
have to say?
fans
I
are
thought
now
that she
bombarding
actually
Wonyoung
said
with
something.
accusations. One fan wrote, Karina is being slut-shamed and viciously attacked by incels. It's bizarre that Wonyoung used this as a gotcha moment to prove she's better. Women's worst enemy is other women. Another said, nasty girl behavior. Some fans labeled her shady, with one writing, she knew what she was doing. If Karina's controversy hadn't happened, she'd have posted the pic in color. From calling her a pick-me.
Okay, maybe she haven't, but the controversy did happen, so she don't want the same consequences. That's smart.
That's understanding time and place. Like, you know what we so used to? When one person does the N-word, apparently everyone is doing the N-word at the same time and being exposed at the same time. That's what we used to.
This is whack, man. I thought this was some legit. Wonyoung actually said something. She said like, "Oh, you won't catch me supporting a party." So like something. That's.
Well, I guess the point is just neutrality.
Girl
That's the
to mocking
tea.
her as attention-seeking.
She
The
didn't
attacks
say nothing.
only
She just posted a
escalated.
picture.
In one
bruh.
particularly disturbing case, Wonyoung's image was edited into a memorial frame, the kind typically used for deceased people. Many fans are calling this
wow.
a step too far, describing it as digital harassment. What started as political controversy has mutated into a full-blown fandom war, with both stars silently caught in the middle.
Whatever.
To be clear, neither Karina nor Wonyoung have publicly addressed each other or the unfolding drama.
I thought this was hotter than this is. This is not even tea. This is nothing.
This should have come with a warning.
Yeah, might as well go eat the strawberry with 2 hands.
That was cute. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.